Hey, what's going on guys? Jolts here, back with another video, and today we're going to be going over Moze's 4th skill tree. More specifically, Iron Cub. Moze will summon a small iron bear on the battlefield, and it will be controlled by AI, and it will run around and kill stuff just like Flak's pets. Also, the skill tree focuses on damage for you, not just Iron Cub, and through a lot of the skills it is achieved through stacking status effect damage. So when you spread damage over time around the battlefield, you're going to get some pretty nice bonuses. Anyways, let's go ahead and jump into the skill tree. Here's the purple tree, it's called Bear Mother, and the action skill is Iron Cub. Moze summons an Iron Cub in place of Iron Bear. Iron Cub equips 2 of whatever weapon is equipped on your remaining action skill slot. While deployed, Iron Cub follows Moze and will target and attack enemies for the duration. Skills that affect Iron Bear affect Iron Cub. Iron Cub still uses fuel, and uses less of it and deals less damage, because it's smaller. Normally with Iron Bear, you can equip, 2 different weapons. You can have, V35 and Railgun. But for Iron Cub, you only have 1. So you're going to equip your Iron Cub, and the other weapon's going to be whatever you want to choose. And it's going to make a copy of it, so you have to use 2 of the same guns. But here's Iron Cub in case you're wondering. It is just a smaller version of Iron Bear, and will be controlled through AI. Like I said before, it's very similar to Flak's pets. Now we have Biofuel. Whenever Moze or Iron Bear ignites an enemy, they both regen health for a short time. When you max it out, health regen up to 3.5% per second, Iron Bear armor regen up to 2.5% per second, duration 8 seconds. Now what's really cool is you can actually light yourself on fire and get the bonuses. So if you're watching my HP, I'm gonna light myself on fire, and yeah, now we're gonna regen. So basically anything in your skill tree that says status effect on enemies, you can apply it to yourself and get the bonuses. Big surplus. While Moze's action skill is cooling down, she deals bonus incendiary damage. When you max it out, bonus damage, 15% of gun damage. Iron Cub's about to run out, so you can see that it's going to add fire damage to my guns. And it goes for any gun too, it doesn't have to be splash damage. Really big guns, Iron Bear gains increased damage. When you max it out, Iron Bear damage, 20%. Not a bad bonus for a tier 1 skill. Double time. While Moze's action skill is active, she and Iron Bear gain increased movement speed. When you max it out, movement speed at 12%. So you can see right now we're moving at a decent speed. I'm going to summon Iron Bear, or Iron Cub, sorry. And now we're a little bit faster. Like it said, the speed goes for Iron Cub too. Next up we have Harmonious Havoc. Moze gains increased gun damage for each weapon, shield, and grenade that matches the element of her gun. When you max it out, gun damage 10% per matching item. At the bottom you get a visual indicator. You can see right here that we have 2 stacks, and that's because we have 2 cryo weapons on. Now if I had more cryo guns or cryo shield or grenade, we can get even more stacks. But right there is an easy 20% gun damage. Do keep in mind this only goes for elements, so for non-elemental weapons you're not going to get a bonus. Explosive Fury. Moze and Iron Bear gains increased status effect damage and status effect chance. When you max it out, status effect chance 27% and status effect damage 15%. I don't think I need to show this off, but it does work. Fired Up. Whenever Moze or Iron Bear applies a status effect to the enemy, she gains increased fire rate for a short time. This effect stacks. It is a 1-point skill, so fire rate 5%, duration 12 seconds, and max stacks 5. So when you stack it 5 times, you're going to be getting 25% fire rate. To show it off, here's the sellout. We're going to shoot it. Fairly slow. Put herself on fire, simulating shooting the enemy. And now you can see it's a lot faster. Nitro-Trinadium Engines. Iron Bear gains increased maximum fuel and action skill cooldown rate. When you max it out, maximum fuel 25% and action skill cooldown rate 20%. So your action skill will last a lot longer and also cooldown faster. Never going to give you up. They named it that. Anyways, whenever Moze or Iron Bear applies a status effect to the enemy, Iron Bear gains fuel. This skill has diminishing returns. When you max it out, fuel returned up to 25%. You can see the fuel slowly going down. I put myself on fire, and we're back to full. Again, it does have diminishing returns, so you cannot sustain it forever. Feature Creep. Iron Bear gains increased damage and damage resistance. It is a 1-point skill, so Iron Bear damage 18%, and Iron Bear damage resistance 45%. No point in really showing it off, but just know it does work. Limit Break. Moze gains increased action skill cooldown rate whenever she or Iron Bear inflicts a status effect on the enemy. This effect stacks. When you max it out, cooldown rate 12%, duration 12 seconds, and max stacks 10. Alright, so Iron Cub's gonna run out. There it goes, and now our stuff's on cooldown, so now we stack the skill and the cooldown is dramatically increased. Now for this skill, if you are using Guardian Ranked and topped off, I don't recommend shooting yourself. If you do, you're gonna lose your topped off bonus and your cooldown's gonna be a little bit slower. Superior Firepower. Whenever Moze or Iron Bear inflicts a status effect on the enemy, they gain increased status effect damage. It's a 1-point skill, so status effect damage 20%, duration 8 seconds, and max stacks 5. It is a pretty easy skill to use, so just apply a status effect, and that damage will get stronger and stronger each time you apply the damage over time. You will have to shoot them multiple times. You can see here the damage is climbing. For the capstone, running on fumes. Whenever Moze or Iron Bear ignites the enemy, Iron Bear does not consume fuel for a short time. It is a 1-point skill, so duration, 6 seconds. Now, I'm not sure if the skill is bugged, but whenever Iron Cub shoots, it's going to consume fuel. But for, being idle or not shooting, it won't consume fuel. So we'll summon the Iron Cub. As you can see, fuel slowly going down. Put myself on fire. And then you can see now it's not going to go down. But after 6 seconds are up, it will consume fuel again. Just to show it off, Iron Bear is consuming fuel, as you can see. So if I put myself on fire, or, he shoots the enemy, yeah, you can see it's still going to go down for the fuel. But the idle time for being up is not consuming fuel. Maybe that's intended, or the skill is worded wrong, I don't know. Alright, that's all the skills. Over to the augments, we have Baby Nukes. Whenever Iron Cub is deployed or destroyed, it triggers a nuclear explosion dealing massive radiation damage. Damage just over 33k. Let's summon them. And you can see we set off that huge radiation nova. And when my fuel's up or, Iron Cub dies, it'll do that nova again. Efficiency Engine. Moze gains increased gun damage. The longer Iron Cub has been active, the greater the bonus. Gun damage, 0.5% per second. Alright, so you can see right now our base damage is 8,500. We're going to summon the Iron Cub. And we're going to wait a little bit, consume some fuel, there we go. And we shoot again. 15,000. 17,000. Fuel for the fire. Whenever Moze or Iron Cub inflicts a status effect on the enemy, Iron Cub's armor is restored. Armor restored, 12% of max armor. As you can see, Iron Cub is healing after applying a status effect to the enemy. Finally, we have My Little Friend. Iron Cub spawns with an incendiary Vladoff assault rifle, in addition to Iron Cub's other weapons. You can see on Iron Cub's side, we have a Vladoff assault rifle, and it's doing fire damage. Pretty cool. Okay, now a few other things I want to mention. First off, speccing into Docket Bear does not mean you can jump in the back of Iron Cub. I mean, logically it makes sense, but at the same time, it would be cool if you could. But no, you cannot do that. With Specialist Bear, you gotta match 2 weapons, and even though you're not matching 2 weapons up here, it does still count for Iron Cub. So Iron Cub does get the damage bonus from Specialist Bear. This is kind of a big one, and I am playing an early version of this, so I'm hoping this gets fixed on release day. But Iron Cub does not get a lot of bonuses. Iron Cub does not get action skill damage, splash damage from your Blast Master, any damage boost from Stainless Steel Bear, and the fire damage boost from Stoke the Embers. So Iron Cub is missing out on a lot of damage, and like I said before, I'm really hoping it gets fixed on release day for you guys. Anyways, I think that's all I want to mention, so let's go ahead and show off some gameplay. So I put together a pretty quick build, and this is going to focus on Iron Cub doing all damage, and I'm just going to sit on the side and kind of watch. So we'll summon you in, put myself on fire to get some bonuses, and you can see the base damage on Iron Cub. Yeah, it is a little bit weaker than Iron Bear, in fact a lot weaker, but now Moze can have her action skill active while she's doing damage. Like I said, I want to focus on Iron Cub for the demonstration, so that's what I want to show off. You might be wondering why I'm doing the Corrosive Sabot rounds over the Railgun, and that is because they do more damage overall. They get Splash Boost, and also they activate Fire into Skagden, so my DPS with Iron Cub is going to be a lot higher. Now, I will say I'm running a really good setup, and even for Athena's mobbing, you can see, yeah, it's not really doing the best. Iron Cub doesn't really have the craziest damage, so I am hoping to give Iron Cub a decent damage buff. I know they said Iron Cub is supposed to be weaker than Iron Bear, but in my opinion, it feels a little too weak. Remember, I spec'd everything Iron Bear, Iron Cub damage, and this is the best they can do. Just to really show it off, let's go ahead and take on Tron. Alright, single shot with Iron Bear. We did that. Now that is a godly amount of damage, but do keep in mind this is a full Iron Bear, Iron Cub build. Now for Iron Cub with the exact same setup. Summon you in. Yeah, and you can see the damage is very low. I guess in conclusion for today, I think that Iron Cub needs a bit of a buff. Even as a helper on the side, it really doesn't do a whole lot. And at that point, I might as well not spec Iron Cub skills and focus on Moze damage instead. Now, I don't want you guys to go on a hate train and, say, oh, this sucks or whatever, this is awful. But instead, go ahead and spread the video around, and hopefully we can get this fixed ASAP. I would love to do a full Iron Cub build, but at the moment, that is not possible. Anyways, outside of the damage scaling and whatnot, what do you guys think about Iron Cub? Let me know below in the comments what you think about the 4th skill tree. For me, I think it's going to be a lot of fun because we can finally have a Moze build and not, hop in Iron Bear and hop out to activate Annoyance. Instead, Moze can finally have a use for action skill active Annoyance. I am super happy about that. 150% grenade damage while action skill is active. What? And yeah, if you guys did enjoy the video, then please be sure to leave a like because that'd be awesome. And if you guys really enjoyed it, be sure to sub. You guys have a great day and I will see you all later. Peace out.